What's up, my good peoples? Yo, I want to do this video because I've been seeing a lot of videos on YouTube lately, especially when it comes to like the older Gen Xers, right? Your 40-year-olds. I'm not sure if 50s going to Gen Xers, but anyway, I'm talking to 40, 50-year-old older class, right? I'm seeing a lot of videos on YouTube. People are going through it, dealing with the hardships of like getting to this point of like, okay, I've been working, I take care of my family, I've done all the things, or I'm doing all the things, but what's left for me? What is there for me to do? How do I figure out my thing, right? And I see a lot of people getting discouraged. And I just put a video out a couple of days ago about being overwhelmed, about how I'm working so much and I got so much on my plate. I'm trying to like get a grasp of it all, right? I don't want to work as much because I'm doing all this other stuff so I can stop working, right? And but I noticed people have been going through it, feeling a way about, about 40. It's crazy. This society will have you think that 40 is old, right? Like you're on your way out the door when you hit 40, and that couldn't be furthest from the truth, amazing things. First of all, as long as you're breathing, that's a chance for you to do something life changing. You get a hard left turn, a hard right, whatever the case may be, to change your situation. Right? I'm talking about if you don't agree with your situation, or if you want to look to do something else. And I think this is the perfect time to do so, being that you've maybe already raised your kids. You may have already you did all your schooling, you got that out the way, or you've been at your job for some odd years, and you're looking to do some other things, something for a release, a breather, to relax a bit, or just some fun. Maybe some creative, something to keep your brain going, to keep you interested in a day. You know what I mean? Like something to keep you looking forward to what's coming up for tomorrow. And I was on Instagram yesterday and I found this list. This list had some names on it. And it put in reality that a lot of us 40, 50, 60-year-olds haven't seemed to grasp yet, right? Because what happens is you start to look on the internet and it looks like everybody's doing these amazing things, right? And we know that, well, some of us know that that's furthest from the truth anyway. A lot of people are caricatures of themselves or playing parts and not really living the life that they display on these cameras. And that's okay. That's them. They do their thing, right? But you shouldn't compare yourself to that because it's an unrealistic comparison. How would you feel feeling bad about your life because you seen some YouTuber who didn't really buy the car that he's showing you he just bought? How would you feel if somebody, showed you a big old check and they got monetized in 3 days because this amazing new viral trick, and they showed you this huge check for $20,000 and you've been doing it for 2 years and you haven't even got monetized yet, and you find out that they were lying and they actually didn't get monetized at all, and they're using this video to get views, to hopefully get monetized. But they got your whole day shook up because you believe the facade. And forget the comparison, right? Just dealing with yourself. When you think that, I don't have a lot of time, I'm in my 40s, life is almost over. Like, that's insane, So I want to read you some of these names on these lists to give you a really cold, harsh reality on how life really works. And maybe with this list, with me reading this list, it'll calm you a little bit. Let's give you some reality numbers, right? Christian Dior, right? The famous designer. Christian Dior didn't start Dior until he was 40. Christian Dior, who a lot of people would kill for just a bag, right? Didn't start Dior until he was 40 years old. Sam Walton didn't start Walmart until he was 44. So I'm 44 now. When Sam Walton was 44, he started Walmart. Adolf Dassler, he didn't start Adidas until 48. He was almost 50 years old before he started Adidas. But you think it's too late. Let's keep going. Bernard Marcus didn't start Home Depot until he was 49. Home Depot, you know, the one that we all know, Home Depot. He was almost 50 years old when he started Home Depot, right? None of these numbers give you the hardships of what it was like to try to start a new business at that age, or just in a new space, or just in maybe a dominating space of fashion, or a dominating space of home improvement stuff, or the shoe business, whatever the case may be. All the hardships it took, all the failures, failed designs, failed fundraisers, people not believing in you, your house go into foreclosure because you used the money to start this business. All these things that probably happened after they started. For us to be born in eras where it's been a household name for us, and we always known it to be Adidas, Dior, Walmart, right? But yeah, 49. What's her name? Khalil Uvita? I'm not sure if it's male or female, whatever. Didn't start Red Bull until 53. 53 years old when Red Bull was started. We were very much alive when Red Bull started. We watched Red Bull go for the funny little commercials early in the day. This the new energy drink with the little can that gives you wings. And before there was actually cartoon commercials, we used to see the little ads. That's when it started. We watched that happen. They were 53 when they started that. 53. Like what are we? First of all, we all gotta chill. We all gotta chill. Yo, if we just stop right now, right, and gain our collective thoughts, calm down, and really focus on something new, whether it's a necessity that people need, something that you would like to create, invent, or build, whatever the case may be, something you may have some creative friends you can get with and talk about some ideas. Let's throw some ideas in the bucket and try to create something. Or you can jump in front of a camera and let go of all your fears of what you look like, sound like. Do I got to learn editing? Do I need a fancy camera? You can sit in front of this camera and try to vlog and try to maybe add some value, and then create a following and build and create a community, and then maybe monetize from this. It's inevitable. It's hard work, but I mean, what you gonna do this hard work where you create something, or the hard work working for somebody else? What we gonna do? Right? Because even in my last video, when I talk about being overwhelmed, yeah, I got to just get through that. I'm not going to stop doing none of it until I change my life for the better, so I can start dropping stuff off and living how I want to live, because I'm creating financial freedom to own my own time. Then it's just going to be this. So I can complain about the hard work it is doing these vlogs all the time, trying to hope maybe to add some value, hope somebody's life is changed or inspired by something I said, for it to hopefully get into monetization soon enough, whenever that will be. That's cool, but I hope that somebody can feel like I helped inspire them to get going, get motivated. You know, people have been talking about DoorDash ever since DoorDash been on YouTube for, I think, 4 years. She's been doing videos for 4 years. Doing Dash, doing deliveries, filming all deliveries at home, working out. DoorDash has been on YouTube for 4 years. In 2024, just in the last 2 months maybe, this she's getting her just due. The numbers are stacking up. Followers are going crazy. Big AdSense checks. And she ain't even started like selling things outside of that. If she do any kind of like books or projects or whatever she decides to do or sell outside of that, that's her business. I don't know. But she ain't even started doing that yet. That's a whole nother branch of like bread that's going to come from the side, right? But she's been doing it for 4 years. Some of us, y'all, been complaining. Y'all been doing it for maybe a couple of months and wondering why you only got 20 views. My last video I did got maybe 25 views, maybe 30, maybe 25 to 30 views. My last video. What I'm gonna do? Get upset? I don't have thousands of views. We have to build to all that. But the 25 people that watched it, or 28, whatever, like, I love that they did. I love that anybody left a comment on the video. I love the people anybody that watched it all the way through. I love that they did that. I think it's awesome. And it just shows the next time if I get 40, that's growth. For me, that's growth. If I do 100, that's amazing. You know, so I don't want none of you to get discouraged. It's hard, man. Life is hard in general. And we learn in this new space. A lot of us are new to technology. A lot of us are older and new to like the camera thing. And we don't come from putting ourselves in front of the camera. We talked about that. You know, so I understand. But we're in a new space. It's like learning any job. You go through your training. You learn a job. Then in a minute, you're doing it with your hands behind your back. You know, same thing for this in YouTube space. Vlogging or doing some kind of channel, you know. We have to learn it. We'll get great. And if you keep it consistent, keep doing it every day, or a lot, at least. I'm trying to do, like I said, one of my videos have a 2 to 3 a week video challenge, right? So that should keep me consistently learning more about editing, sound, what people like from me, what kind of value they like from me, because I won't conform to what people want to see and hear. I'm not going to let people drive my page to whatever, because if you let people do that, you'll be doing something you don't even love to do, right? I want to add value where I think I can add value, and hopefully people find value in that. And if you build community in that, then all I have to do now is just keep doing me forever. Instead of trying to find new ways to be somebody I'm not. That's a little harder to do. You know what I mean? But if you find value in being yourself in front of the camera, all you got to do is show up as you. So anybody out there 40, 50, 60s looking for something to do, don't know if you should create, or maybe you started a video channel already, YouTube channel already, and haven't really gotten to the groove of it yet, or haven't really stayed consistent, or you sit back telling yourself like, man, like I'm too old for this, or it's too slow, or when will I get this money, or when would I don't know. I don't know. I'm not the guy that's going to tell you the for sure way to get 100,000 followers. I don't have 100,000 followers, right? I'm not getting monetized. I can't tell you how to do that. I can't. But what I can tell you is if you stay consistent, things will change. Things will change if you stay consistent. Trust me. Couple of things. Let's say you never get monetized, but I bet you learn about your camera. I bet you learn about editing. I bet you learn what kind of mics to use after watching so many videos or doing so many videos yourself. I bet you learn a thing or two about that camera, right? I bet you learn a thing or two about how you want to pose yourself in camera, or how you want to, record, or maybe I need a light, or what kind of light do I get? Or I like when the light sits on this side, or I like when it comes down on me from this side. I bet you learn something then. So you either going to learn something, teach something, get paid or not get paid, but something's going to get going if you just stay consistent. I'm just trying to stay consistent. However I'm rewarded after that, that's fine. Somebody leave a comment and say, look, that video was super dope, man. You really helped me. You helped me. I never saw myself in that way. And this video just helped me see myself in a whole different way. That right there is payment, right? When somebody said, man, awesome video, man, you really spoke to my life. That's payment. When somebody said, wow, I never looked at it like that. I never saw myself as in my 40s and still got so much time to make a stamp or make a real mark in the world where your name is legacy, right? That's payment. Those are my AdSense checks. Right? Those are my payments. You know what I mean? Whether 1, 2 comments or 100. Because I understand for that person, those couple people, it means so much. So imagine how much it means to me that I said something that somebody finds value in. That's why I know what I'm doing, millions of views or not, is the right thing to do. Because it's been prayed over. It's God-led. I don't speak no evil, right? I give God the praise every time. And I'm only doing it to teach and give value and learn from. And maybe minister to somebody. Maybe somebody need a good laugh or some advice or something to smile about or just some hope. I'm trying to offer that. Because when I watch, because that's what I get from a lot of these videos. I mentioned Dodash. When I watch Dodash videos, I get hope. I watched her video when she went to go buy a pair of shoes with her AdSense money. It was just a lady buying a pair of shoes. It wasn't like she went to the expensive shoe store and bought a bunch of rare Jordans. She bought a pair of shoes, some Brooks. And she was so excited. I was smiling the whole time watching the video. I thought it was amazing that she created something and she stayed consistent for long enough that it paid her outside of the work she does that can be exhausting. And we watch the benefits of her, or spend some of the benefits of staying consistent. It's an amazing thing. I'm not going to talk your ear off all day about this. I just want to inspire somebody today. And really, this is for anybody. Whether you're 40, 50, 30, 20, look, if you haven't figured it out yet, you have all the time in the world. I know people like to say, we don't got a lot of time. We don't got a lot of time left. And you got to get going. And you in your 40s, you got to figure it out. Look, man, if you are breathing, you have time. Start now. Whatever that is. You want to create, build something, like I said, you want to sell something, you want to jump on YouTube and become an influencer or bring value or teach something, whatever it is, start now. Start now. And a year from now, you'll be like, man, I'm glad I did that. Consistency. That's what it's about. And getting past the fear of like the unknown, right? That's what it's about. So I just want to make this video so I can inspire someone to be great, to keep going and let you know, you have time. Get it done. Some of your great things, a lot of y'all spend money on Walmart. A lot of y'all buy Dior. A lot of y'all wear Adidas. A lot of y'all have been to Home Depot to get stuff for the house and stuff like that. All these people were probably older than the viewers watching this video right now. When they started it, not when they got rich and famous, when they started the companies, their brands, they were probably older than most people probably watching this video. Or your age. Half that list I named was older than me. Right now. So that just gives me hope to let me know I have time. That's what I'm doing. I'm starting, being consistent, creating things. Hopefully it'll pay off and I'll change my life. And I'll make a video about that too. And all I'm going to do is reference you back to all these videos now that I'm doing now. In the future, I'm going to reference back to these and say, see? Being consistent. God led me through. God brought me all the way here. And look what God did. So I just want to be some hope for somebody. I want to be a beam of light for somebody. Hopefully, somebody's listening. Hopefully you find value in this. And hopefully you start now. Stay creative, man. Stay creative. You got all the time in the world. Good luck and God bless.